welcome back to our Surviving Java series, and we are starting off over here at the main zoo building because today we are taking on one of these zoo enclosures. That map is still amazes me that you're able to get maps like that. Yeah, so we're working on the enclosure for the zombified piglin today. Now this is the first time I'm doing an enclosure with pretty much a very little idea on the outcome of it, because I've not designed it in a test build. I've not tested out how it will be. I've had a few different ideas of what I could do, which I'll probably go over them ideas while we're working on this one, because one of them I do actually want to attempt to do in the future, but for this particular project, because it's based in the jungle where all of our other stuff is, we've got 4 of the users' main bases in the jungle around the zoo enclosures, so I've had to forego doing an idea just to limit the sort of lag impact, because the idea that I had would have been very lag inducing, I think, if I had it in the jungle. But yeah, what we're going to do first of all is head over to a section of the jungle, clear out a section of the jungle that I want to sort of get prepped and ready for the sort of idea that I've got, or a loose idea that I've got for this sort of enclosure. So yeah, let's just jump straight to me clearing this jungle section. Alright, so now that we've got this section of jungle clear, we're waiting for some leaves and whatnot to carry on despawning. God, I hate vines. I may take down this tree as well, but I do want some larger ones sort of encompassing the pathway that's sort of going to be leading up to this. Now, my idea is, what I want to do is get, because obviously the zombified piglins, they drop gold, so I was thinking like different things that I could do for that. And main things that was coming to mind is either a casino style build, but then the way that I wanted to do the casino style build, it would take a lot of redstone, a lot of sort of yeah, just a ridiculous amount of redstone, as well as setting up tons of nether portals underneath the ground to have these zombified piglins spawning constantly, so that way when you win on one of the casino machines, you can see like all the zombified piglins drop down and then you get the gold from it, which is what was one of my ideas going to be. But because of the location, we're like next to the Ravager pen, pretty close to the Wither Skelly. This area here is massive big mossy skull, and then we want to have like a lot of other clearing for other different enclosures around, and I didn't want to add any lag inducing areas that are going to be accidentally loaded in and out by people traveling around in the jungle, because we've got Mac that lives just down south here, I live just up here, then you've got Clowd up here, Side just up here, so, and you've got the main zoo building just here, so it's quite a high traffic area when people are flying back and forth around this area, and whenever you load an area that's got like a lot of redstone stuff, it does cause quite a little bit of a lag spike. So what we're going to do is work on my second idea, which is going to be a vault, a sort of big treasure vault that the zombified piglins are sort of guarding, and they're the sort of gatekeepers of this vault. And in order to do that, I've found an area that's got like a sort of higher elevation off of the pathway. That way we can have like a big vault door that is going to obviously use some redstone, and it can sort of open and close, and we want the vault door itself to be in the theme of the jungle, so it sort of settles in the scenery nicely. But then the inside, we want it a little bit more nethery and a little bit more regal. So what I'm thinking of doing is going with the blackstone, polished basalt, gilded blackstone, gold. So we've got a whole bunch of different resources on me. Oh my god, also got a whole bunch of different crap on me. You guys can all go into there. So what I think we can start doing is, first of all, put down all of these guys over here for a second. Oh, you're my light box. Put you back into there. What we can do is jump into a quick, another quick time lapse of me clearing out an area and getting the vault door in place, and then I can sort of dig out an area that I want to be using for the vault, and I need to determine on how big I actually want it. I want it relatively big, because obviously I want like a big pile of gold and stuff that they're going to be guarding. And then we also still need to get the zombified piglins in, which shouldn't actually be too difficult. I could probably just end up setting up like a portal to the nether roof and then bring them in from there. And hopefully that should be relatively painless getting them, because they're quite easy spawns depending on what biome we're going to be in when we set up the nether portal. So yeah, let's jump into a time lapse of me actually starting to get this thing done, dug out, and when we're ready to start decorating, and I'll bring you back so then we can sort of decide how and where we're placing blocks and what sort of theme and the scale that we're going to be going for. So yeah, catch you back in a bit. Alright, so if we ignore the beacon that's currently in the way, I had to put a beacon down because mining the stone was taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So we've sort of cleared out a big area, and I've done a little bit of an overhang with the grass at the moment. We will implement in some more vines. That freaking wandering trader llama still up there. You. I don't know if I got him or not. Did we get you? No, we didn't, clearly. Get lost. So yeah, so we've got a big vault door if we ignore the beacon, and if we press the button just here, we've got a big sliding vault door that actually works, a 5x5. And we could come in here, and I've done like a little corridor that goes down into a main sort of room, and then we've got a big room over on the left and a big room over on the right that we are now going to have to decorate. Sort of cleared out a little area in the middle here to have some sort of pattern in the ceiling. I probably want to bring this up by one. Like, we're going to have a staircase of some sort coming here. Don't know how or what type of staircase though, but we've got a whole bunch of blocks here to play around with. Let's grab some of you, concrete, some polished blackstone, some of you, maybe some black glass, normal basalt, blast furnaces, gold ore, gilded blackstone. And I also went and caught a wandering trader. I may imprison wandering trader, considering that he works primarily in emerald trading. We will imprison him somewhere in here, but I don't know exactly how I want to do that yet. So we want to incorporate the glazed terracotta. So if we have like a little 2x2 floor in the middle. Oh, did not want to break you. Nope, or you. One bad thing about having a beacon. We then do, nope, not that. Do something like that. That way we can have a pattern in the middle. There we go. Make sure that they're all identical. Hey, that doesn't look too bad. And then what we can do is, because obviously we're going to have a lot of blackstone and stuff in the walls, what we can do here is have bed. You're going to have to move, mate. Do something like that. And I do like the top of the blast furnaces as like a decorational block. Do something like that. For now we're going to have to put a torch down. And then in order to join these guys, let's say we want, do we want polished or do we want normal? I kind of like the normal because it blends into the darker tones of the glazed terracotta compared to that. Like, that matches the blast furnaces a little bit more, but it is a little bit brighter than what I'd want it. Just so it blends better with the floor. And if we're going to be using that as a wall type, like a pillar type on the sides, I think having the darker tone in the floor will be better if we're going to have the lighter tone breaking up the wall. Do that, and then do something like so. Thank you. There we go. And then put these blocks into place. I have no idea how this is going to come out looking, by the way. It's such a random assortment of blocks I'm going to be using. So for the pillar wise, I'm thinking definitely going to want like pillars outlining these sections. So if we get our pillar blocks, like so, and then we're going to want the same replicated on the other side. Fantastic. God damn it. Dude. Yeah. Where's my block gone? Did that glitch up to the surface? And then maybe sort of box this by having the pillars going along the top section as well. Like so. We can do it coming down the staircase as well somewhere. If we have like these coming up along here, which then comes to this main room, and then the walls we're going to have mainly to be black stone, but then what we can do is mix it in the gilded black stone just to give it that sort of essence that it is actually a sort of never-esh themed area. So let's put these into place, put you guys into place, and then put you into place. We can also cook these, so we can actually make cracked blackstone, polished blackstone, should I say. Do that, do this, and then break these guys. Like so. We can have like blackstone being the main block of the walls. Not too sure what else to have for the flooring. Like, I don't want to overuse the glazed terracotta in any way, so maybe we can have like a never-esh themed flooring. Freaking gravel. So if we grab this stuff and then have it this way round, and we could probably bring in some sort of magma blocks or something as well. I don't know where or how yet, but that doesn't look too bad. The colour blends well with these blocks. I'm not too sure if it blends well with the blast furnaces though. So let's sort of just clear one wall. So if we can see how this would look in its entirety. Like so. So do this. I forgot how it goes at the end. Come to the end. It's got like one gap, and then we've got the two gap. So one gap and then a two gap. Fine. That is good. And what we can do is say have just a little slit in either wall. Okay, so I think that wasn't meant to be there in the first place. Oh, I've taken this wall back by 1 too far, haven't I? Oopsie. Do that. Do that. Do this. Do something like that. And then that can be gone. We can use some gold in the mix here. And then use some black glass in front of it, just to tone it down just slightly. And then we can get our gilded blackstone and just do the odd block here and there. Oh, that one shouldn't have gone there. That was way too close to the other one. Thank you. And one down there. Like, I like the way this looks. I don't know what to do about the ceiling either though. Do we have it all blackstone? That's something that we should be doing. Or should we mix up the block for the roof? I kind of like it being blackstone. But yeah, that's the sort of theme we're going for. What I'm going to do is probably jump into a time lapse of me finishing decorating this, because otherwise I'm going to be here for ages and we're not going to have enough time in order to actually get the zombified piglins in place. So yeah, let me jump into time lapse of me finishing this. Okay, I was about to say no, he's disappeared, but he drinks potion of Invis to actually disappear, doesn't he, when it gets to nightfall. Awesome. Yeah, so let me jump into this time lapse and I'll catch you afterwards. Hopefully it comes out looking decent. Alright, so now that we actually have the internal structure done, I tore down the beacon as well because it was blocking away at the door, so we can open up our vault door and then we go have a look. So I've done a sort of checkerboard pattern with the, the basalt pillars with a normal smooth basalt, and then outlined by the standard basalt as well. Got some blackstone stairs, again checkerboard pattern. You've seen the glazed terracotta floors what we worked on before. I did do the main sort of gold vault as soon as you come in at the back, that's been sort of like locked down with a fence gate. And then to the left hand side, I was planning on having our wandering trader that I caught in a boat, but apparently they do despawn even if you do name tag them and them being stuck in a boat. So I'm not too sure whether or not we should try moving a villager in here and keep a villager trapped in a cell. If I do, that'll be something I'll do like in between episodes. There's no point me trying to do it recording wise, because it's just very tedious and it's not difficult. And then over on this right hand side we've got like a big throne thing. Now I do want to get a zombified piglin in a minecart over here, but we need to figure out a way of actually getting the zombified piglins into this place as well. I want to try to also capture one probably in this corner and this corner. So as soon as you come in, you sort of see them on either side, and then maybe two more in this room, sort of keeping guard over the cell. But where would I put them, is the question. The thing about it is I don't know how I'm meant to be keeping them trapped in place either. So what I may do is just try to get as many of them sort of stuck in minecarts and name tagged. We got like a bunch of name tags done. I've got 6. I've got a couple of jebs. Anvil. Let's go CP. I don't know. Kings. With Z. Why not? And then we're going to want the minecart track stuff. So let's grab probably just some normal rail. And then I want to grab you and craft, say, 6 of these or 8 of them. Put our iron back. Then we want to grab the obsidian. And we're going to go for the slow approach. Just hope that it's not overly slow. So my aim is that if we like lock this place down a little bit, I don't think that they will go past the rail if I put rail down around the outer edge. But what we want to do is grab a big old portal here in the middle. Like so. And then this way, oh no, Mac just died. This way we can have them sort of spawn in the portal. I don't know how far or near we need to be in order for this to work, but I know it's going to be a bit of a slow process. So what I could do is go into the nether, make a portal on the roof, set up a spawning platform, and then nudge them through this portal. But I'll probably see how this works for around about 20 to 30 minutes, see if anything spawns. If it does, then I'll just do the slow approach rather than doing the tedious one going into the nether. But if it's like forever and they don't spawn, then I'll probably just go into the nether and do it that way instead. I don't want to go into the nether just yet through that portal, because otherwise it will link to a random one inside the actual nether, which would all be bad news bears. It would be bad news if it doesn't spawn in a nether waste. If it spawns in like a crimson forest, then it's sort of moot. It will be sucky regardless. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll wait around to see if anything does spawn, and if it doesn't, then we can figure out something else. Okay, yeah, I got tired of waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we are in a crimson forest, so it's lucky I didn't just walk through that portal. So otherwise it would have been bad news. I would have had a portal down in the actual crimson forest, which would have been very, very bad news. So just make sure that these guys link up. Where's my flint and steel? Cute. And yep, we're in here. Okay, that's awesome. So what we want to do is quickly head on out here. Top this obsidian back up, so I grabbed a bunch from my base. Clear you. Gonna want a stone on us. We could probably do with less minecarts on us, personally. Then grab, say, some of these and some of these. That should be right. 1, 2. And probably going to want some normal rail as well. Maybe a little bit more stone. Fun and games. I'd have been so annoyed if I come back down here and there's one already here. Well, it would have been like a bad thing, but okay. I'd say hello. Which way? Would never. Oh my god, how big is this crimson forest? So we're here. Nether waste is just slightly to the southwest. Yeah, the rest is just all crimson around us, so this is going to be like our closest port of call. So around about here, temporary waypoint. Which isn't too far actually. So let me grab our rockets. So over here. Okay, so let's quickly create a platform. speed this up a little bit. My god, Max he's having a bad day by the looks of it. Okay, that's all of our stone. Okay, let's go. Power rail. Oh my god. So, let's break you. One more out there. Fine. Yeah. Fly up, and then should hopefully force him to spawn below us. Come on. There we go. Head up, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come in. Quickly before these idiots. Dude, come on. Thank you. That way. Oh my god, he's in a death loop by the looks of it. Oh, dead rail. Okay, then name tag you. Now, what we could really do with is like other blocks on us, but do we have other blocks? Got a bunch of wall. So let's do this. Probably don't want that to be there, so let's just say carpet. That way they can't actually jump over. And through the ball. Awesome. Out there, buddy. Which way are you going? No. Really? I don't care what side you go on as long as you get in a minecart. I don't want you on the candles. This is not going to be a free range place. Oh, come on. Come on, just get in a freaking minecart. I guess we could do this. Oh. There we go. Ow. Well, he's not going to despawn now, at least. I should really have brought a shield with me. Oh, I did bring a shield with me. Awesome. There you go. Get him into place. Thank you. the other one can go there. So yeah, it's going to be pretty much the game plan. Once I've got them all into place, I will bring you back. I think I want, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5, I think in here should be alright. I think 5 is a good number, actually. So yeah, let me get them all into place. It's going to be pretty much the same routine. Then once I figure out how to lock them in place, and I've got them in place, I will bring you back for the end result, because time is definitely getting on now and I don't want to drag this video on for much longer. So yeah, I'll catch you back in a bit. Alright, so I've got them in place now. So we've got 2 here at the front guarding the trove of gold. We got 1 either side of the holding cage for whatever mob we choose to throw in there. I don't really know. Like, I was thinking if we hold the piglins there, but obviously if you bring piglins to the overworld, they turn into zombified piglins. So, yeah, that idea quickly got squashed before I remembered. And then we've got our kin piglin dude over here. Now, what we want to do is, hopefully this guy is able to hold gold items, because we'd like to deck him out in some gold armor. There we go. So he's now got a crown. We also want to give him a chest plate. There you go, buddy. Looking very dapper. And then in order to make him look as though he is sitting, what I want to do is get this armor stand. Give the armor stand some boots. Oh, excuse me, that's my phone. Some boots and a pair of pants. And then we can hopefully make this armor stand look like it's sitting and budge him back so it actually makes the piglin looks like it's sitting. So if we go target, awesome. We go apply gravity, no gravity. Then we want to go sitting. There we go, awesome. And we want to show base plate, no. Show stand, oh no, stand visible, no. And we want to nudge this down. Down just a fraction more, I reckon. Awesome, and then this is the positive on the z-axis. So if we go +8. Awesome. And then +8 again. No, that was up 8. God damn it. Down 8. Positive Z +8. There we go. It looks a little bit weird when he's turned around, but when he's facing this way, what we should really do is get like some snowballs, so he's constantly aggroed as like a snowman or something over here. It looks like he's actually sitting on his throne, which is pretty cool. Looks a little bit weird when he turns around, but he's our Piglin King. Well, zombified Piglin King, which is a very hard sentence to say. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much this enclosure done. I'm not going to bother gearing these guys out with crowns or armor, because obviously it will take away the aspect of our zombified Piglin King in his throne room. I went with just like Froglight and the all gold blocks. Like I've got a pattern up in this ceiling as well, just to add a little bit more regal. We've got a bunch of gilded blackstone dotted about everywhere, and then once I get a villager or something in here, this area will then sort of look a lot better as well. So that's going to be this enclosure sort of done and dusted now. I'm quite happy with the way that it's come out. I am going to have to go and pick up all of the random resources. In between this episode and the next episode, I will be working on sorting out the whatchamacallits. Oh my god, so much garbage on me. Okay, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to be sorting out the pathway that goes from there over to here, so that way I'll blend it in, then I'll have some more vines and some more greenery, and probably plant a couple more jungle trees up top just to make it look a little bit more overgrown. I also need to light up this area around here because it is super dangerous. Whenever I was sort of coming in and out of there, I was getting just absolutely jumped on by these freaking skellies and zombies and whatnot. So going to be something I have to do in between episodes, but let me pick up all of this random stuff, because all of this stuff can be thrown into our sorter. Pick you up, pick you up, and then we're going to quickly head back to base and spin the wheel before this episode gets any freaking longer. So yeah, let me head over there and I'll meet you back at base. Alright, back at base we've just got Steve. As soon as he spawned in, Mac decided to tell him to go fuck himself. So yeah, fuck you, Steve. Now we want to throw all of this garbage and clear my throat, so we can clear all of this garbage out of our inventory. Glass can go in there, that, and I want to keep that book on me. Candles, you can be thrown in there. Awesome. That way we can go and spin a wheel. I've not filled out this start. What we are going to do actually for that is head on over to here, and where we've used up one of the zoo randomizers, because we are obviously did I take that out? There we go. Because I'm obviously doing more and more of these, the board is now actually getting pretty bare, and we want to keep them on the board so there's still a decent chance of them coming up. Why can I hear a zombie? Dude, where are you, and what are you, and why are you here? Is he in my wall? Are you in here? Oh wow, he's actually in a 1x1 gap. Okay, well, I can fix that, that's fine. Really? Do you know how long I waited for one of you dickheads to actually spawn in the other portal that I made? Freaking guys. Get rid of you. And torch. Thank you. Okay, so we've got the zoo randomizer thing back on there. Let's just spin this and see. Okay, no music playing, thank God for that. Yeah, we can spin this and see where this lands. Okay, so number 4. I didn't even have time to speed up the video then. So we're somewhere along this line here. We have no zoo randomizers on here, so that is pretty good. Leather armor, flower farm is pretty good. The warped wood farm is pretty good. And we've got the apocalypse zone. You know what, a lot of these I wouldn't actually mind doing, so yeah. Let's see what our actual project is. I'm fairly sure that top one as well is the super water speedyway, which is something that I want to do as well, because that will probably break the server doing it, so it's always fun when you sort of test the server's limits. So yeah, let's see where this lands. And we're on number 1. Okay, number 1, we are finally heading over to the apocalypse zone. Oh, do you know how long and how much we've filled this board out with them? Like, how many is there? 1. Actually, there's not that many, is there? 2, 3, 4, 5. So there was 6, I think. 6 chances of it being on this, which is pretty good. And it's a zone, an area that I spent, you know what, rather than me getting into it, that's going to be something that we get into next episode. So I'm looking forward to it, but then I'm also dubious because it's a different method of filming and building that I'm not used to. So yeah, it's either going to be a completely massive success, or it's going to be a complete and utter flop, especially when it comes to editing it down. But that's one more project out of the way, and we are now on the apocalypse area project. Yay! I'm actually looking forward to that one now. I'm going to have to start thinking what I want to sort of base the first recording episode on in that area, because it's a completely new area, and you'll see what I mean when we actually visit their next episode. So hopefully you're looking forward to it as much as I am, and hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. Just one more zoo project down. We are slowly but steadily getting through all of these, and we're now getting through them quicker than they're adding mobs, which is always a positive, I guess. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.